So, you're all set for money then? The boy named Crown acts in his typical sluggish voice. The kind of voice when you're just waking up and your mouth still feel heavy and dull. But he's just pretending. He's totally awake, as always. I nod. How much? I review the numbers in my head. Close to 3,500 in cash, plus some money I can get from my ATM. I know it's not a lot, but it should be enough for the time being. Not bad. The boy named Kraus. For the time being. I gave him another nod. I'm guessing this is not the Christmas money from Santa Claus. Yeah, you're right, I reply. Kraus smirks and looks around. I imagine you started by riffling drawers, am I right? I do not say anything. He knows whose money we're talking about, so there's no need for any long-winded interrogations. He's just giving me a hard time. No matter, Kraus says. You really need this money and you're going to get it. Beg, borrow, or steal. It's your father's money, so who cares, right? Get your hands on that and you should be able to make it. For the time being, but what's the plan after it's all gone? Money is not like mushroom in a forest. It doesn't just pop up on its own, you know. You'll need to eat, a place to sleep. One day you're going to run out. I'll think about that when the time comes, I says. When the time comes, Crow repeat as if weighing these words in his hand. I nod. Like by getting a job or something? Maybe, I say. Crow shake his head. You know, you've got a lot to learn about the world. Listen. What kind of job could a 15-year-old kid get in some far-off place he's never been to before? You haven't even finished junior high. Who do you think is going to hire you? I blush a little. It doesn't take much to make me blush. Forget it, he says. You're just starting out and I shouldn't lay all this depressing stuff on you. You've already decided what you're going to do and all that's left is to set on the wheels in motion. I mean, it's your life. Basically, you have to go with what you think is right. That's right. When all is said and done, it is my life. I'll tell you one thing though. You're going to have a lot tougher if you want to make it. I'm trying my best, I say. I'm sure you are, Crow says. These last few years you've grown a whole lot stronger. I've got to hand it to you. I nod again. But let's face it, you're only 15, Crow goes on. Your life just begun and there's a lot of fun things out in the world you've never laid eyes on. Things you never could imagine. I don't want to rain on your parade or anything, but wouldn't count on escaping this place if I were you. No matter how far you run, distance might not solve anything. The boy named Crown let a sigh, then rest a fingertip on each of his closed eyelids and speak to me from the darkness within. How about we play a game, he says. Alright, I say. I close my eye and quietly take a breath. Okay. Picture a terrible sandstorm, he says. Get everything else out of your head. I do as he says. Get everything else out of my head. I forgot who I am, even I'm a total blank. Then things began to surface. Things that, as we sit here on the old leather sofa in my father's study, both of us can see. Sometimes, fate is like a small sandstorms that keep changing directions, Krauss says. Sometimes, fate is like small sandstorms that keeps changing direction. You change direction but the sandstorm chases you. You turn again but the storm adjusts. Over and over you play this out, like some ominous dance with death just before dawn. Why? Because this storm is not something that blew in from far away. Something that has nothing to do with you. The storm is you, something inside you. So all you can do is give in to it. Step right inside the storm, closing your eyes and walk through it, step by step. There's no sun there, no moon, no direction, no sense of time. Just fine white sand swirling up into the sky like Fulbright's bones. That's the kind of sandstorm you need to imagine. And that's exactly what I do. I imagine a funnel stretching vertically up like a thick rope. My eyes are closed tight, hands cupped over my ears so there's no fine grains of sand can blow inside me. The sandstorm draws steadily closer. I can feel the air pressing on my skin. It really is going to swallow me up. The boy called Crowl rests a hand softly on my shoulders, and with that, the storm vanishes. From now on, no matter what, you've got to be the world's toughest 15 years old. That's the only way you're going to survive. And in order to do that, you've got to figure out what it means to be tough. You following me? I keep my eyes closed and don't reply. I just want to sink off into sleep like this, his hand on my shoulder. I hear the faint of flutter of wings. You're going to be the world's toughest 15-year-old. Crow whisper as if I tried to fall asleep, as he were craving the words in a deep blue tattoo on my heart. And we really have to make it through that violent, metaphysical form. No matter how metaphysical or symbolic it might be, make no mistake about it. It will cut through flesh like 1,000 razor blades. People will bleed there, and you will bleed too. Hot red blood. They'll catch that blood in your hands, your own blood and the blood of others. And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. You're not even sure, in fact, whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain. When you come out the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what storm is all about. On my 15th birthday, I ran away from home, journey to a far-off town, and live in a corner of a small library. It take a week to go into the whole thing at all.